Welcome back, everybody. Had to get in the mindset and get back there. Just to let people know, we did that once already. We weren't recording. Had to get back in the space.
Yeah, it really takes him like a full yoga stretch to say welcome back. Uh
Welcome back, everybody.
it's like, are you stretch? Is that your idea of stretching? Uh for those just listening, he just lifted his head back like it was a difficult task. And he's doing
Yeah.
it. I'm Kim
Sorry, that might have been
McVicar.
loud. I'm Handren Seavey. This is I Don't Want to Wait, the world's best, possibly only Dawson's Creek podcast.
Yeah, I agree.
We go over episode by episode, and we are on season 2, episode
Like 8.
8,
Yeah.
The Reluctant Hero.
I didn't see a hero in this.
Yeah, that was weird. I mean, I guess
Dawson, maybe.
Dawson, yeah, when he pulls Jen away from that threesome that she kind of wanted, was like she wasn't like in trouble.
She was just drunk. But
Mm-hmm.
she wasn't.
And how nice of those guys to invite Dawson in. Hey, Dawson, you want a piece of this?
Yeah. Well, we can lead up to, yeah, that was a wonderful.
I know. I just love that scene because it was also very like, you're like, oh, those guys who would do that, who would get somebody really drunk and then try and, tag team her. Also will be like, hey, you're not down? All right, see you later. Back to the patty. Like they're not the type of guys that would like lock the door or beat him up, be like, get the fuck out of here. They're just like, I guess he's taking her away.
Well, because in my opinion, she wasn't saying no. So it's like
Totally.
they weren't doing anything wrong for, like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, so the scene is like towards the end.
Yeah.
Jen,
Okay. Let's go back. We can put it together like
well, we can
what was
start from
that
the beginning
movie?
and go backwards.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should try and do an episode one time like that movie, the one where he can only remember for 3 minutes
Oh, sounds like Nemo.
with Guy Pearce. Uh,
It's not
God
Nemo.
damn it! No, not Finding Nemo, not Dory.
uh,
Everybody's shouting it right now. It's a Christopher Nolan film, but it's basically it starts and it goes backwards 3 minutes at a time, and you figure out how he ended up in each of these things every 3 minutes. So we could do that we could start at the end of an episode. That'll be next time. I'm sure we'll remember to do that.
nope.
Back to the beginning of this episode.
Yeah, so this episode starts typical watching a movie, except for it's Pacey watching with him this time, and Pacey's not a good movie watcher.
Not at all. Could care less about Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. I am, for whatever reason, I am a fan of what's his name there? George Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is that actor's name? Who is in that?
In the movie or in?
In the movie they're watching.
Oh, I don't know. That's an old movie.
Come on.
It was a good.
It's Jimmy Stewart.
Great.
James Stewart. You don't know that because you're from Canada? You've never heard that?
I just don't know names, nor do I care. How many times have I gotten Abby and all the A characters in this show? Like, you want me to know names of characters outside of this show? That's too
It's
much.
not a character. This is a real person. He existed in the real world.
You're talking to someone who has met Bill Murray and called him Eddie Murphy to his face.
That's hilarious, though. That is hilarious.
Names are hard.
Go, yo, Eddie Murphy!
I fully did that.
I think that would actually make
No,
him
he
laugh.
liked it. He did.
Yeah.
We hung out all night because of that. But it was a genuine accident. I wasn't trying to be funny.
Now you got to complete it. You got to call Eddie Murphy Bill Murray.
Yeah, I have to meet Eddie Murphy one day.
That's like, I heard somebody, the only time he laughed at this, John Lennon, because everybody used to ask, when are the Beatles getting back together? And somebody said they saw it in a parking lot one time, and somebody goes, yo, John Lennon. And he's like, yes. And he's like, when the Monkees getting back together?
See, happy accidents. Yeah, and then we dive into the dad moving out, and Dawson is not cool with it, and the dad is home, and he's like, what are you doing here? And he's like, I'm trying to be your friend, man.
Sad dad moment. That was a sad dad moment.
Yeah, so this is this isn't the second scene, which is the one that I love so much too. This had a lot of great scenes. This is the first scene where he just gives him the letter, which is the
Yeah.
catalyst for everything. But the second scene of the dad and Dawson, the dad is like, "Look, I just want to be your friend," and Dawson's like, "I don't want a friend. I want a dad." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, you should be a dad first."
True, you should. However, what Dawson was missing here is how sad he is because he doesn't have friends.
Oh, you think his dad was like, "I just want to give you one friend."
No, 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 no. His dad doesn't have friends. His
Oh.
dad was trying to hang out because he's lonely, because he's living in that motel and apparently has no friends.
Well, he has
That
that
one
one friend
guy,
that is
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
who he's never
Who's
seen
only in that
since.
episode. He's only in that episode.
Um, yeah, but I think that's what I felt from the dad was like he was like, I want to hang out with somebody. I'm incredibly lonely. And Dawson was like, I don't need you to hang
See,
out
I
with
feel
me.
like he as a father, he should never I don't think dads should do that. Like,
No.
you're a new dad. I don't think you should tell your child you wanna be friends with them until they're after 25, something like that.
Yeah, and even then
Then
we'll
you
see
can
how
be
they turned out.
exactly, because then maybe you can, like, socialize, but you're still
Yeah.
that figure of, like, "No, no, no, you need to still tell me what to do. We're not just gonna"
Yeah.
because a friend is someone who's gonna go to parties with you.
No, yeah. You gotta be and have some sense of being in charge and stuff. And like later in life they'll find out you're just a person too and
Mhm.
you really aren't any different from them, but you need to keep that illusion going as long as possible.
Yeah, especially in teenage years when they do all the bad things.
Yeah.
So then Dawson has his little letter and it says, "You won for that film you made,
Oh yeah, he gets
$2,500."
25 fucking grand, which you know what? I would say, what do you think of that amount?
Oh, I think it's fine.
I thought it was for what the festival was and what the award they won was. It was a believable amount.
Mhm.
However, as far as movies go, he really can't make anything with that. He was like, "This will
No, but
finance
that's
my
what makes
next
it
movie."
believable. Well, because he made the first one for free. It's like all those ones that you, like, use your own iPhone for. They have
Yeah,
those film
yeah.
festivals. Um, yeah, I think it was a great amount. My favorite moment about the letter is when he tells Joey, and she's like, "Congratulations, like, let's do it together." And she's like, "No." And then later he goes to her house and is like, "Here's half the money." And she's like, "Okay, but I still don't wanna sleep with you." Like, she doesn't say it, but she means it.
Yeah.
And then she
And
takes
that she takes the money, you love that?
it.
Well, she deserves it. I mean, she did spend a fucking ton of her time on that shit too.
I mean, they put her name in the letter, yeah, so it should go to both
Yeah.
of them, but also amazing because she's like, "I'm not using this money for a movie." But also,
Yeah.
we know Joey's poor, so, like, yeah, give her the fucking money, and, yeah, she's gonna put it towards her college tuition, like, give her a
Yeah, and Dawson, your parents will, they're getting divorced. I'm sure you can squeeze it out of them guilt-wise.
yeah, for sure.
Speaking of which, do you think is Gail gonna have to pay
Alimony?
alimony to Mitch?
Mhm. She's gonna have to pay for part of his living because 'cause they've been married for
That
so long.
yeah, that would be hilarious if he then gets the house because she's there right now and he moved out, and then if they had to switch and he takes it over, but he doesn't. He dies. We know that comes up.
Um,
Um,
it's better.
I think they probably get back together too.
No, they do, don't they have a kid or something?
Oh, that's right. He's got the little baby sister coming. I forgot about
So
that.
they do eventually get back together. But
Uh,
also Gail doesn't have friends either, so what else is she
no,
gonna
she's
do?
just she's a whore. She realizes that all of the people she thought were her friends just wanted to fuck her, and now she's like realizing, yeah, she's lonely with no
Yeah.
friends.
Jen should go over to that house more and realize that's her future.
Um, yes, but also I think that would be dangerous because I think then her and Jen would start hanging out.
I'd love it.
Gail is desperate to hang out with teenagers. She's hanging out with Dawson, but if Dawson
She's
took her
hanging out with
to
her mom.
this party, she would totally just go to the party.
She's hanging out with her grandma too.
Who, Jen?
No, Gail.
Oh, does she?
Well, she confides in her about her lingerie.
Oh, that's
That's funny to me. Same episode
Yeah.
where they both had one friend. They both don't have friends, is what that episode showed us. And that's why their marriage is
Um,
falling apart, everybody. If you're married, you have to have outside friends.
that you don't fuck.
Yeah. Thanks for reminding me. Crap. Where were you last week when I forgot about that? Uh-oh.
Liggity.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I'm the last person to sleep with anybody, so don't worry about it.
speaking not of sleeping with, um I saw on an ad on TikTok or Instagram maybe, and it was, you know how it'll be like an actor, like, all grown up or something, and they, like, do the same pose they were doing, and then it, like, morphs into the iconic picture of them or whatever?
Mhm.
It was JVB.
Really?
Yeah, he did, like, just turned his head a certain way. It was like, "Is this how it was?" And then it goes, and it's boom, it's Dawson.
We need to post that. That's cool.
Yeah, and I commented on it, they should listen to our podcast. It was just a random
I love that.
advertisement, so I don't think that does anything, but I'll let let 'em know.
Okay.
Uh, so then after Joey, pretty much is like, "Dawson, I'm not making a movie with you," then in slides Jack. Now, I end up, in the end, like Jack as a character,
Mhm.
throughout the rest of the years. Jack right here, I don't like this fucking Jack.
I
Straight
do.
Jack, not a fan.
I do because he's just figuring it out, man, because we know he's gay. So it's like kind of fun to see him be like, maybe I can do this.
Yeah, I don't know. He's just ugh. If he wasn't gay, he would I don't know, he would be the sleaziest dude. I just his I don't know. He's
It's
too
just one
it's
person. How is that sleazy? He just likes one person.
yeah, but I don't know. The whole like he just pretty
So
much just
wrong.
went in, caused the breakup,
Mm-hmm.
and then fully takes the person.
Do you know how many weddings have happened because of that? Yeah.
And but
And then
then
they
but
last
then
forever. It happens all the time.
I guess this is why I don't like it because then he comes out as gay.
Oh,
So he
yeah.
just ruined this relationship.
Oh, I agree with that. That I do agree with. If he was thinking he might be gay at this time, which he probably is, because in like 3 weeks he's gonna be gay.
Yeah.
Uh, it's like, but I also think he was probably in denial to himself, and so he was like, "I really had a good time with this girl. I'm gonna have a girlfriend, and it's all gonna be okay."
Mhm.
And he has the girlfriend, and he's like, "Oh." Also, sometimes just string relationships is fun.
All right, I'll give you that.
If you're in a
But
small
only if
town
it's a
and you're
bad
bored
one.
and you need to preoccupy yourself with something else, whether it be that you think that you're gay or that your parents are fighting, it's just fun to mess up a relationship because it's something else to do.
I had in my small town, somebody thought I slept with a hairdresser,
Yeah.
and I didn't. A friend of mine did, and um, everybody in the town thought I did. Their marriage broke up, and yeah, and I don't like going there anymore because I'm not
To
going to
get
tell
your
him a
haircut
friend.
there? Uh,
Not just the town in general. I don't like seeing
were
any of those
you like
people.
when people asked, were you like, I didn't fuck her?
Well, yeah, no, I have said that I was like, I didn't fuck her. So what happened was, I mean, this is now years ago, but and
And
now
what
she's
town
gone
is
on
this?
and I'd rather not say.
Oh, okay.
My hometown. If anybody listens, this is my hometown. And this is when I was probably like 19 or so. We're at a party, me and my friend, and this hairdresser who was like 15 years older than us at the time.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say 15, and I was like, tell
No, no,
people it's
no,
not
no,
you. Tell
no.
people it's
And you
not
were
you.
interested. Now you're like, "Oh, she was older? Ugh, I'm out."
I don't care. Yeah.
Uh, no, she was 15, maybe 20 years older than us. He and married, 2 kids.
If you
Everybody,
can't find a good
the
man,
only
raise one.
hairdresser in this
Sounds
small
great.
town. And he ends up, banging her, and then I dropped her off at her house, and that's why everybody thought I had fucked her or messed around. And then, yeah, the next day, people are, like, asking me, like, that dude was pissed and I guess, like, looking for me or something, but I didn't even live in that town anymore. I lived an hour away now. I was just back to hang out or go to some party or something.
What was the car ride back like? Because I can't imagine. Was he in the car with you or just you and her?
Yeah.
Oh, he was
No, 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 no.
in
It
my
was, and my
imagination, it's
girlfriend
like
was
she
there.
fucked one person and then just you and her in the car, like, "So, you banged my
Yeah, that would
friend.
be
How
awkward.
was
And
that?"
I just going.
It's
No, we were all there. It seemed like a bad idea the whole time. She was like, "You can just drop me off my house." I'm like, "Aren't you fucking married?" With like, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm just telling." And I was like, "All right, this just doesn't seem like a great idea."
Yeah, well,
But
she
I
probably
didn't
wanted
care.
to
I
get
I
caught.
had li- I had moved out of that town.
But she probably wanted to get caught. She needed a reason to leave.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh
you're
yeah.
not that obvious
Exactly.
about cheating on somebody unless you want them to know you're doing it.
Yeah. I know. Here's where I felt bad though. I mean, one, I didn't have anything to do with it. But I did feel bad because the husband was a nice enough guy. He
Mhm.
was fine. He didn't deserve
But you
to.
don't know, maybe he cheated on her first.
It's true. Let's hope so.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Or
Maybe it was a Dawson
maybe
and
he
Joey
hit
thing.
her. Maybe he hit her.
Um, yeah, let's hope so. Let's hope that's what.
Then back to the episode. Pacey goes into this like guidance counselor who's like, uh, you failed an aptitude test. I didn't know you could fail those. So mean, like so mean, which then riles up his girlfriend to be like, they should be better in the school system, which I experienced not professors, guidance counselors like this in my high school. And I think that guidance counselors suck in high school sometimes.
Oh yeah. No, I had one. He had no fucking idea what um what to do or like just complete they you go to them and they're like, "So what do you wanna do?" And you're like, I don't know, fucking fit," and they, like, couldn't even be teachers. That's how I felt about my guidance counselor, was like,
Oh,
it
you
was
weren't good enough to be a teacher.
a step below teacher, yeah, like, you can't handle one, like, subject enough to be able to convey it to people, but we'll give you a job here at the school
About
as a
mental
guidance
health.
counselor.
Like, come on. I remember my guidance counselor was super pissed because I didn't want to go to college. And they were like, no, you have to go because the school has like 100% rate of people getting into all these crazy schools. And I was like, cool, but I already have a job because I was going on dance tour. I was like, but I'm
Yeah.
already going to be making money. So sorry, I'll go later. Like,
And I know, and they always tell you, if there's anybody in high school right now, they will this is not true. They tell you this all the time. If you don't go now, you'll never go back.
I mean, I
That's you didn't.
no, but I still have my master's in dance, but I got it before.
No, but
That-
that's fine. Also, you didn't need to. For
no,
what you do,
not
you
for
didn't
dance and
need to go to
stand up.
college.
No, you don't.
That's the other thing too, is there
Go to
are
college if
things
you're
you
gonna
don't
be
need to
an
go to college.
electrician or a hair beauty person. Yeah, there's a lot of them that you don't need to go to college for.
Well,
Take a
no, if you're
business
gonna be a
math
hair
course though.
beauty person, don't go to college first. What you do is first you get pregnant.
Mhm.
And at roughly 17 would be a perfect age. And then after years of following him around because he's a Marine and you have to move a bunch of places, what you're going to do is you're going to find him cheating on you one day and you're going to get divorced, move back home with your parents. That's when you want to go to beauty college.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's the proper way to get there.
Hi, and then you cheat on your husband and then have Handren drive you home. I'll give you Handren's personal phone number if this is something you're interested in. Just hit me up.
Yep. Any people who need a ride home after cheating on their husband,
Yeah, that's
it's
that's
a
his.
safe ride type of situation.
It's a very specific Uber. Just a real.
It's Uber X, actually. I
Mm,
don't know if you know
yeah,
that.
because you're about to be
EX.
Texas. Yes. So then Pacey's like, I can, or she basically says you can change, which is supposed to be I felt the theme of this episode, and it should have been the title of this episode because it was about
Yeah,
all of them changing their basic roles, where Joey is now open to the idea of a date with gay boy. And Dawson is open to hanging out with Jen, although it's just platonic, but let's see if that's true.
yeah.
And then Pacey's gonna learn how to be smarter.
He's gonna try. He's gonna have a future. I think that's the biggest thing. Is like she's kind of telling him like, hey, like this whole you're stuck here fucking thing is
It's gonna
you can go
happen.
somewhere.
Yeah, it's gonna happen unless you try. And then he goes to her house and studies Pacey, and then the mom is still messed up.
Oh, yeah,
I
and then
love
she gets
this episode.
away.
This is a good
Uh,
episode. It shows Pacey in such a beautiful light.
Oddly, I have heard that when dealing with people with dementia, um, is to do pretty much what he did was improv.
Mhm.
He just yes-anded everything she was saying.
Well, I don't think she has that thing, but
Yeah, she has some
it's like a
it's
manic
whatever
it's like some yeah, she clipped because her
psychosis.
and so, like, him not being from the time frame of where her son was alive, I think is also helpful. Like,
Yeah.
it being in as somebody who wasn't around during that time period because it kinda jumps you out, but also, yeah, for him to be like, "Can you make me a sandwich?" Because she asked to make him a sandwich earlier that day. It's like a really nice little it was so sweet. It was one of the sweetest things. It's the only time a man has ever asked a woman to make him lunch that I was like, "That is so nice."
Wasn't that nice? Yeah, I like that.
That was great.
Anytime they can sneak stuff like that in,
Oh, calling.
package or
Oh,
deliver.
that's your doorbell ring?
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Here, I'm
such a
gonna go
fancy
buzz.
ring.
They probably I'll just leave it, they'll drop it off. It's like an old 80s, you know,
It's like
buzzer thing.
straight out of the time frame when Dawson's Creek existed.
Yeah, earlier, our apartment that we moved into, it's like an apartment that was made in the 80s to look like it's in the future.
Ooh.
Hang on a sec, I'm gonna
You
buzz
go
them
for it. I'll
real
keep
quick.
talking. So then, basically what happens is, Jack asks out Joey and he says it's not a date. It's a, I forget what he words it as. It's not plate, but it's something weird where he's like, basically what it means is we're friends who go out. And she accepts, but he also promises not to make out with her, which happens. He lies. He super lies. He's like, I promise I'm not going to kiss you. And then at the end of the night, he just kisses her, which is super not cool. It's so not cool.
Yeah, how did you feel about that kiss? That's another part where I didn't like him.
I was mad about that because he said the whole time, I'm not going to kiss you. I'm not going to kiss you. And then without asking, he was like, because she wasn't even leaning in or anything. He was just like,
Yeah,
Joey only
and
gets kissed that way. This, like, all the people who kiss her kind of rape kiss her. It's like
I
a
think
rape
the only
text,
one
though.
who
It's not
didn't
like a
was that
hardcore.
that dude who was her first kiss, that, like, random rich guy that she met.
Didn't he steal it too, though?
No, I thought she kinda, like, let it happen. Like,
Okay.
they were on the beach rolling around, and she was like, "I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna kiss this random guy, uh,
I'm
and
very
I'm never
glad
gonna
of
see
that.
him again.
I'm glad that
I don't know what to do, dude. I can't help you."
her first makeout session was not rapey.
Uh, yeah, and then well, and then she had some with Dawson that were,
Oh,
pretty
yeah, I forget
consensual.
about him.
But the first couple, though, were definitely
Yeah.
scare, just surprise you're getting kissed.
And then all they did was on their not date. Do you remember what they called it? I forget. It wasn't a plate. It was like he called it some weird word.
Yeah, platonic hangout or something. Totally,
It
it
was
was,
like
like,
date
totally
with
not
minus
a
the D, it was like 8, or date minus the E, it was like dat. Oh, that's what it was. It was a dat, which was like friends just hanging out. You could just say, let's hang. And then he immediately after he says it's a dot, it's not like a date. He immediately turns to his sister and Pacey and is like, I have a date with Joey. It's like you just told her it wasn't a date, and now you're gonna. Oh, that's messed up.
Yeah, and, that's a lot of the reason. I don't know, just hurry up and start sucking dicks. Get gay, Jack. I don't like straight
Can you
Jack.
see that?
Yeah, I that would be awesome if that was the one thing they did show. No, but he does have a longtime boyfriend,
Boyfriend,
that
yeah, yeah,
weird
yeah.
dude.
Well, I think in the 90s when gay characters were on television, they really actively tried to make sure that they weren't hoary, that they were presenting them in a light.
I know, so fiction, um, I
There are many monogamous.
monogamish.
Okay, thank
Um, yeah, there are, but I think
all high
not
school kids are whores. Yeah,
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 it's the age
yeah.
frame. Yeah,
especially dudes that look like him in the fucking 90s. If he was a gay, are you kidding me? He would probably just crush the fucking male pussy.
So much. Yeah, that male pussy.
He's getting all that male pussy.
Love it. Love that man puss. What do you think of when he sizes up Dawson? So when Dawson gives Joey the money, he's like,
Oh
here's
yeah,
the
he's
money. Why
there.
are you all dressed up? And she's like, I'm just hanging with a friend. And then in walks dun, 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 Jack. And then they like look at each other all buff and eye to eye, they're the same height. And then
So I had that happen with me kind of one time.
really?
Um, yeah, I in college, like this girl and I asked her to hang out and she was like, totally. And then I kind of, somebody was like, she has a boyfriend. I'm like, oh, she does. And then I asked her and she's like, yeah, we're kind of, I don't know, we might be on our way out, but we can totally hang out. And so I just took that as like, they're on their way out. And I go over to her dorm room and right after I get there, he comes by and like is like, "Hey, what's up?" and knocks on the door. She opens and he's like, "Hey, what's up?" and then steps in and it's just me and her in there. And she just immediately just had to be like, "Yeah, so where you got to go do something. I'll talk to you later." And just like pushed him. And I was like, "Oh man," I was like, "That the feeling that dude has right now."
Yeah, they definitely
He
broke up.
hates me.
Did you ever date her?
Yeah, yeah,
You ended up dating her?
yeah. But they did break up. Yeah, and then we ended up dating for a little bit. Um,
That's
Yeah, no, I was Jack. I did that. I did that. The only difference was I stayed straight.
for now.
It's still yeah, there's still time. That was 15 years ago. There's still time.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know.
What do you think? Gay at 50? Is that your plan?
For me,
Yeah.
there's no way I'm starting to eat puss at 50 when it's grosser. All right? Like, come on.
No, you go younger, duh. You don't
Oh,
also date 50-year-olds.
I immediately was like, oh, starting out with old puss? No.
Um, so yeah, so yeah, he sizes him up. But I mean, Dawson already did deck him once, so
Yeah, they had a moment. It was funny. And then Joey like is like, he's like that. He thinks everything's a movie. And then
yeah.
Jack plays it real cool and he's like, well, he made me feel like I was in one. Yeah. Like he agrees with Joey, which is like something she needs because all Dawson does is tell her she's wrong. Then
Yeah.
Dawson goes running to Jen and is like, can I come to this party? And Jen's like, did Joey say something to you? He was like, yeah, 100%. It's Joey, but I need to hang. She's like, cool, but we're just friends. I'm not into you anymore.
Yeah, I'm banging
I'm
a
banging a
couple of real
few,
dudes.
yeah, a few other guys. But I
Yeah.
love that her setup to the party is like, you can come, but you can't judge me for how much I drink or how I party.
Yeah.
And
I like this Jen. There's finally a Jen that
matches
I
her
believe
haircut. This is a Jen that
matches her
matches her haircut.
haircut, matches also like when she talked about how she was wild in New York and stuff. And then the whole way she was acting, you're like, how wild were you? And then you see, and you're like, oh, she is fucking down.
Yep. Yep. She has that Meg Ryan haircut, but it looks weird on her.
Yeah. No, it's like Meg Ryan today.
So they get to the party. She grabs a beer, starts dancing, and Dawson is like, "Oh, this is our youth being destructive." Like, who talks like that?
Dude, I would beat him up at that party. That like, I don't know.
And then
There's this jaded thing that you can do in high school like that, where you can just be like, "Oh, this is jaded," or whatever, and then, but also you can just be like, or you can just find a way to have fun. Like having fun isn't not cool.
yeah, you don't have to drink. You can go to parties where everyone's drinking and not drink. I personally have a hard time doing that, but I've seen it. I heard about it. I think it sounds nice.
You just said that like a Midwestern mom, but talking about drinking and partying. Like I personally have a hard time doing that.
Me too.
Sticking off the booze, but you can do it.
I believe in ya. I don't believe in me. Uh,
um
truthfully.
but and even drink, I don't know, it's just like he like looks at people that are like just being goofy or like
Just
just
dancing.
fucking around as being dumb or as yeah, as less than or as like not as intellectual. And then like that's just such a jaded thing that you get over and you realize, oh, having fun is fun too. Like sometimes it's really fun to just fucking do goofy, dumb shit and have a party.
Yeah, and just don't film it. This is before the whole internet, so not the internet, but before phones were annoying. Uh,
Yeah.
so like I feel like now in high school you could get screwed. Like
And
Jen
yet,
doing what she does in this show now, she'd be fucked for a long time.
oh, she'd be online. Yeah, modern day Dawson's Creek, Jen's nudes get leaked.
And that's when the guidance counselor comes in.
hmm
And then it's not about the other stuff.
And was like, I was on the internet the other day
Yeah,
and I came across somebody who looked a little familiar.
that'd be. Can you imagine? If your guidance counselor was like, "I saw you naked." Ugh. So then she gets drunk, and these two guys, the guy that she made out with last time, and some random other guy. Uh,
Some other dude who's fine with other dicks being there
that's what I was
and
thinking too.
sharing.
That yeah, you got one guy grabbing her boobies from the front, and the other guy like, what is he massaging her back or something?
Yeah, he's just loving it, taking it all in. He's like, I'm just
Oh,
happy to
and
be in
he's
the
making
room.
out with her. Yeah, one's making out, one's grabbing her boobs or something like
Yeah.
that. And then Dawson opens the door and is like, "Nope." And they are like, "You want to join?"
Yeah.
Three
Love that.
dicks.
Love that.
So funny.
Bro, you want in on this?
Yeah, just super chill. And also, they said it earlier where he was like, "Jen's a really good friend to have," and they wink like, you know.
Yeah. And but also like that's what I again continue to love about it is that although she had had some to drink, she did not seem like a drunk person that was
She
being
seemed
taken
drunk.
advantage of.
But she didn't feel like she was being taken advantage of. I do
Yeah.
agree with that. The also and the reason that I feel this way is because when they at the beginning of the episode when those two guys come up to her at lunch table when she's sitting with Dawson and they say, "Hey," because she they also we forgot to mention this in the very opening, she comes into Dawson's bed super hammered and
Mhm.
thinks she's gonna throw up or whatever. So they've established that she's been partying.
Oh, yeah, when
Uh,
her and Pacey were there, she was sleeping off the hangover.
Right. And so the next day at school, they're like, "Oh, you're already good." And she's like, "I recover well, baby." And they're like, "Oh, let's
I'm
get together."
15.
And so I felt like they clearly had fucked her the night before. Like when I saw that scene, I was like, "Oh, this is what she
Uh,
did the night before." So it's not, I didn't feel bad for her because I felt like she had already talked to them the next day. I feel bad that obviously she doesn't have like self esteem. She has some problems there, but she's not doing anything that she doesn't wanna do. She may not want
yeah.
to do it, but she's not, I don't know. That's a weird.
She's making mistakes, but she's making them. She's not
Exactly.
yeah. And, what
And
was
then
I gonna
Dawson
say?
throws her over his shoulder.
Well, that was the most I think anybody took advantage of her, was Dawson forcing himself on her.
She's like,
He, like, assaulted her with not sex.
"What's the, what do you go to, like, a police station
Cock block?
and say, like, I was, the opposite of raped, but it was still upsetting."
Yeah. 3rd degree cock block.
Yeah, it was a physical cock block, and I didn't approve of it.
No, yeah, unwanted,
But they do have a heart to heart. So he does the right thing as a friend where he's like, "No, you don't want this." But she's like, "Yes, I do want this." Uh, and he's like, "No, no, no, you need to think of your future." And she's like, "Why? I'm not going to be
Yeah.
around that long." Whatever. You know what I mean? Like, and then she throws up and it's funny.
I,
And they hug
also
after the
love though
throw up. Ugh, it's so stinky.
I know. I love though, that she's, like, not too mad, like, she doesn't throw a crazy fit and like, run back in the house or anything, and I feel like
How much better would that be?
yeah. Well,
No,
no, I think the reason why
I wanna have sex with them, and then she runs up and, like,
yeah.
starts sucking some dick. I wanna be here.
I think the reason why she wasn't that mad is because he pulled her away and she's like, "Ah, fine, I'll do it tomorrow night." Like, she was like, "Yeah, you take me away tonight, it's fine. I'll be back tomorrow."
Also, how those guys felt. Sure,
Yeah,
take her, it's fine. There'll
yeah,
be someone else downstairs who will fuck
we'll
me.
fuck each other. I mean,
We already
she'll
did.
be back.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
A hole is a hole.
That's what I also would have expected in that scene is Dawson picks her up, takes her out, those 2 dudes just look at each other and just like, "Huh?" And they just start making out and
I would love that as an ending. Oh my gosh, that'd be so funny.
we should do Dawson Creek scenes, like, what happened in the scene after it cut, like, that it just goes that next step further.
Yeah, I would love it. That would be fun. Um,
Ah,
okay, so then
we got Joey and, Jack's date.
that was boring.
Yeah.
It was just
Oh, you mean there was no, like, sexual tension or anything between the gay man
and Joey.
and the
Uh,
puddle of mud?
yeah, it was a boring. They were talking about what rain or electricity. They were talking about something, and she was like,
Really?
"How do you know this? You're so nice, and it's so cool." And that was it.
He's talking about John Wayne. Now, that should be a clue right there. John Wayne, notoriously closeted gay man.
You're hurting my soul. John Wayne is the
You
straightest
didn't know
guy
that?
I've ever seen.
Oh, okay.
I just know my mom would cry, but it's fine.
No, yeah, very, closeted, and also just, like, kind of a piece of shit, but the Hyperion Tavern over in Silver Lake, where myself and Jay Light used to host an open mic, was a secret gay bar for 50 years, and, there were rumors that he would go there and fuck, Rock Hudson in the bathroom.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who's Rock Hudson?
God damn it, Kim. Anyways, moving on, oh,
Yeah,
no,
so their
that's
date's stupid.
yeah, their
Then
date sucks.
Pacey is with, he's saving the.
That's where he rescues, yeah.
And I did like this scene before where he's highlighting. I don't know. When you had your textbooks, were you allowed to highlight inside your textbook? I was like, you can't do that.
Yeah,
And
it
Andy was like, highlight
depends.
all the important things. And I was like, no, you have to give that book back.
Some you had to give back, some you didn't.
Okay.
Um, and I think we even had teachers who would, like, go rogue, and they're like we'd get new books, and they were like, I'm gonna tell you what to highlight because even though you give them back, I want them to be highlighted for the
Next.
next group." Yeah. And we were like, "Dude, these guys are badasses, fucking highlighting
Oh,
permanent shit here."
what if I highlight the wrong thing?
Yeah, but then in college, man, you have to buy your own books in college, and I did as much as I could to never buy a book. I would go to the library because they had to have a copy of every book in the library.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I would go to the library a lot and, use those or photocopy the pages or whatever I needed to use.
It's expensive.
Um, Not compared to the books. The books are like $200-300 for no
I'm
reason.
saying it's expensive.
Yeah, yeah. And even in I did it in math class one time. There was, like, work problems in the book that you had to do, like, every single day, so I had to go every day and use the book from the library, and the teacher was like, "Do you have a book?" I just kept being like, "Yeah, I forgot it at home this time, but I do have one." Never fucking got the book.
Did she ever figure it out?
Um, it was a gentleman, how dare you, Indian gentleman, and no, I don't think he really knew who I was.
I thought you just said she asked.
I think I said he, but I might have said she.
Well, we are recording. We can find out.
Okay.
It's not a big deal. I hope I'm right.
How did we get onto textbooks?
Oh, because they were highlighting their textbook.
Oh, right, right.
Oh,
And
and then
then
oh, sorry, go ahead.
oh, when they go upstairs, when she's like, "You're a good boy, I'm gonna take you upstairs." Uh, I don't think they did then, but they definitely do, I think, have quick and it's also because Pacey's a fucking dog, but they get to fucking, I think, quicker than anybody
Well,
and
she
have like
wants
a
it so bad.
oh, yeah.
You can like she's trying to fuck him there, and he's like, "No, let's study."
Yeah,
Yeah, she's ready to bone.
yeah.
It's got to happen soon. And
And
then
she loves that she's doing it with the fucking filth, the
mhm,
scum, the just vagabonds of town.
the yin yang of everything. And then the irony is Jen needs a place to go. She can't go home because she's trashed. So she goes to Dawson's dad's house.
Wait, I'm sorry, I fucking missed that.
That's the very end. They take. She says, "I can't go home," and he goes, "I know a place," because his dad just gave him a key.
That's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And then,
That's why I didn't remember the scene because I was thinking of a scene where like his dad opens the door and Jen's there drunk.
uh, no, he brings her drunk, and then
Yeah.
he tells his dad, "You can be my friend."
You can be my friend. You want to go bang my friend?
Yeah, you can be my friend. Also, here's my other friend. These are my friends. I have a dad friend and a drunken friend, and nothing.
It's amazing in this town more kids didn't get fucked
That
with
they
how
show.
everybody.
Maybe everyone's fucking on the side, and that's the parts they don't show us.
Yeah. I saw again online somewhere a great little caught in on camera clip, and it was these two chicks arguing, and you just hear one of them scream at the other one, "I didn't really mean go fuck my dad."
I like that. uh, my dad's dead. That would be hard. uh,
Lot lot of jokes to be made there. Anyway,
yeah, that brought me joy. That brought me joy. Then how does it end? I think that's. Is there anything else that I'm missing?
yeah, there is. Hang on, let me.
Yeah, there is. You're missing so
There
many.
was just one little scene. Oh yeah, where Joey is in Dawson's room and nobody's there.
Oh,
Again, Dawson's
yeah.
room just fucking open all the time. Anybody can go in.
Yeah, she goes there, and I think if he had been that's one of those things that if he had been there, she might have banged him or made out with him.
Possibly, yeah.
And he wasn't there, so she was like, "Well, then the world is telling me to fuck Jack."
I wonder if she would have because I think she might have done. I think Dawson would have fucked it up even if he was there.
Oh, yeah, he would have been like, "Where's my money? I saw you went on a date. I want my money back."
Yeah, who
You
paid
know
for the
he's
date?
thinking
Did
that.
I pay for the date?
If you gave someone $1,500 or it was 25, so 125, uh, what would you wouldn't you want your money back? Like if you gave a chick some money right before she went on a date with another and you didn't know, come on, you'd want your money back.
Um, Not in the case of how it was with them because it was like winnings that they both won. However, if you gave somebody a gift, and let's just say, sure, it's in this case, it would be weird to give just like a girlfriend $1,500,
Yep.
but yeah, some sort of gift like let's say a car. You bought somebody a car and then broke up the next day. You want that car back, right?
Yeah, I definitely bought a guy a car once. What a nightmare. I bought a Jeep. I had my own car and I just let him drive it. So I think I put his name on it though. I think I ended up putting his name on it. And then I dated a guy later who always wanted a red Jeep. And I guess he's found out that I sold and he was so upset that I bought an ex a Jeep. But it was like,
But you sold it when you guys broke up?
oh yeah, I mean, I think he had it for like a month after, but I was like, hey dude, give me back my
Okay,
Jeep.
cool. That's good.
Like
Yeah,
I
it
was like
was. I mean,
19. I wasn't even 21 yet.
Jesus
Just
Christ.
buying Jeeps because I'm a
Out
baller.
That's a Canadian baller right there.
That
That's
was
what you
in
do.
America too. That was in New York.
I know, but that's you bringing your Canadian flair to New York.
Yeah.
New York, think about that. Who in New York like, "Hey, you know what I'm gonna get you? Fucking 4 by 4."
Hey, stop being late. I'm gonna buy you a car so you have no more goddamn excuses.
I love that you think that was the problem.
I know it wasn't. I'm pretty
You're like,
confident
"Oh,
that guy
this will
cheated on me.
clearly solve the problem with this relationship."
We broke up because there was cheating. I'm pretty confident that it's okay. I think I sold
And
him the
you
Jeep.
would you
I think
say
I sold him the
you
Jeep. Like I think I just turned the title over to him and gave it to him.
he paid off the rest?
Yeah.
You probably enabled the cheating by purchasing a vehicle for him to then therefore go out and cheat in?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Probably. I'm not mad about
Or
it.
perhaps I hope not. This is fucking long enough ago.
Yeah. I just
Uh,
oh yeah.
and you know what? I hope that guy still has that car.
Me too.
Yeah.
Dude, if you're out there and you're listening, um,
You know who you are.
yeah, you do. I so badly want to say his name. Uh, yeah. What do you think is gonna happen next week?
Uh, I think we go
And it's
at
the
least
election.
another. Yeah, the election. I have no. It's somebody all of a sudden randomly. If it's anybody running, it's got to be fucking Andy.
It's Andy and Joey, I think,
Oh, really? They go head to head.
together. No, I don't think they go head to head. I think Andy convinces Joey to do it's somehow in that world of them.
Oh,
And then they're up
um,
against somebody mean or something like that. That's
I think that between Joey and Jack, they go another full episode before the gay stuff starts.
that's it. She dates him for 2 weeks and then he's gay.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think it lasts long because I mean that's just a guess based on like what I thought her and Dawson's relationship was like a season long. It wasn't. It was like fucking 3 episodes.
Yeah, that's upsetting. Do they get back together then, Dawson?
No, no, I don't think they get back together until like college.
Mm, mm. I'm mad about that. When does she get with Pacey?
That might be next. That might be after Jack. But
Okay.
no, it has to be after Andy too for Pacey. I don't know. This is
Can't wait to find out.
getting in some tricky waters here. Yeah. And
Woohoo.
then at some point, Abby's got to come back and die. We haven't seen her in a couple of times. You figure she would be partying it up with Jen right now, but
Yeah, she should have been in the background.
she's been absent in the past couple house parties.
Yeah, which is weird. Where was she?
Where are you, Abby? Where
Where?
are you?
I,
Abby Morgan is missing.
you know
Who's
her
that
last
chicken?
name?
Yeah, it's Abby Morgan. Yeah. Because
So,
I went to school with two Abby Morgans.
oh, that's so impressive.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But, and get this, one Abby Morgan was a twin, but her sister was an Abby Morgan also.
Do you think she was pissed that the only thing she had different? So, like, you're a twin, right? And then you
She has
finally,
somebody who looks like her and somebody who has her name.
yeah, that's what I'd be pissed. You're not like,
You have nothing. You have nothing that is you.
I hope she married the guy that I bought a Jeep for. And now she has a nice little red Jeep.
Um, I think she married I think she's a sister wife now. No, she's not. She's doing great.
I love it. I love it. All right.
No, I heard. Okay, this is another random story from the internet that I got today, and this will end the episode. Uh, this couple, okay, this couple of twins, because we're talking about twins, married another set of twins,
Mm-hmm.
identical twins, married identical twins,
And they had kids,
and their kids are technically
siblings.
siblings, not cousins.
Yeah, did genetically. Yeah, I've seen this.
Yeah,
There's like a documentary on them.
yeah, and not only that, but all of the experts were like, "Hey, that's not a good idea."
Oh.
Like twins marrying twins, they're like, that's probably you're adding too many twin things into it.
Oh yeah, like then you're cut. Oh, that's confusing.
I mean, one, you're kind of saying like everybody from this family will have the potential to have twins.
But also, what a wonderful, you found the right partner because it's a really specific thing to have like these two families that are wanting the same things. You know what I mean? Like two full families. And then do you think that one of those families has like a weird brother who's like not really weird? He's just like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Oh yeah, no, they are. I think they completely all because they all live together too. That's it. Said the two couples live together with kids now.
Wait,
They have their own thing going on, and their other if they have
they live
other
with each other?
the two couples live with each
What?
other. Yeah,
Gross.
I know. It seems like there's way creepier stuff happening.
Yeah, that means someone oopsied and made out with the wrong sibling.
Or the
Twin.
right one.
Well, I don't want to wait. Next week is the election. So we'll see who is on student council. And
I wish it was the erection.
me too.
That would be a funnier episode, I bet.
Yeah, I also agree with this.
I'm Handren Seavey.
I'm Kim McVicar. We'll be back next Tuesday. Bye.